Hello and welcome to Froggity Frog Crochet and this stitch guide on how to crochet the embossed block stitch. So this is a stitch that looks like a brick wall, and you create these posts in a different colour that uses the Tunisian style to create them. So to start this stitch, you're going to need a foundation chain in multiples of 4 plus 2 plus 1 for your turning chain. Okay, so before we start our embossed block stitch, I've marked the first chain for my hook because that's going to count as our first stitch of the row. Then in the third loop from my hook, I'm going to make a single crochet. So that counts as the second stitch. And then I'm going to make a single crochet in each stitch across. So this stitch is made up all of single crochet apart from our embossed post that we'll be making later. But other than that, all rows are single crochet based. And we're going to make our blocks by using the contrast in our colours. So I'm going to get to the end of this row. So row 1 is just all single crochet. And in the last stitch of the row, I'm going to change colour. So starting my single crochet, I'm going to leave the last 2 loops on my hook, bring in my other colour and pull through the last 2 loops to join it. So I'm not going to cut off the first colour. I'm going to leave it there because I can bring it up the sides so I don't have to worry about extra ends to weave in. So then after you join that colour, you're going to turn and chain 1. So that chain 1 is now secured that second colour. You want to cut off the ends for row 1 because we can't carry the colours for this stitch. So every time you change colour, you do need to cut off because the row count doesn't work out to allow you to carry the colour up. So there are quite a few ends for this stitch. And I'm going to make a single crochet in the first stitch of the row. I'll just put my stitch marker in. Okay, so row 2 is, again, it's all single crochet, but apart from the first and last stitches, we're going to be working in the front loop only. So just the front loop, make a single crochet. And do that in every single stitch across. So just pick up just the one loop and make a single crochet into it. So we're going to be using the unused loops later to make our posts. And this is a single-sided stitch, so all of these unused loops will be on one side of the fabric. So this is a slow stitch to make up because it's all single crochet, but the end result looks pretty good. So the first and last stitches of the row are made in both loops, and that just stabilizes the edge because having your end of row stitches made in one loop can just make things look a little bit odd. So for the last stitch of the row, I'm working into both loops, and if it's row 2, it's made into that turning chain of row 1. So we're not changing colours for this one. We are keeping the same colour for row 3. So then I'm going to turn, chain 1, and make a single crochet in both loops for that first stitch. Okay, let's move my stitch marker up. For this row, again, it's all single crochet. Oops, nearly knocked my yarn off the table. So it's all single crochet again, but this time we're working in the back loop only. So there's our unused loop on row below. We want to keep those unused loops on the front. So for row 3, we work in the back loop only to make single crochet. Now I find working into the back loop far less fiddly than working into the front loop. Just think it picks up more easily. So single crochet in the back loop only in every stitch across. You can see those unused loops sitting there, waiting for us to use them later. Okay. So again, we're going to be making a single crochet in every stitch, just using the back loop, except for the last stitch of the row and that last stitch we're going to make in both loops and make a single crochet in that stitch. So we're keeping the same colour and turning chain 1, and for row 4 we start by making a single crochet in both loops in that first stitch. So again we're doing another row of single crochet, and this time we're working into the front loop only again to make sure all those unused loops stay on the front. So single crochet in the front loop only. So at the end of this row we're going to be picking up our yarn from the row below again. And I know what you're thinking, it's in the wrong place. Don't worry, I don't like ends, so if I can have a trick to prevent having to so we'll just make single crochet all the way across, just using that front loop. Then when we get to the end, okay, so the last stitch of the row we're going to make through both loops, and we're going to change colour in the last stitch of row 4. So it is slightly annoying that you can't carry the colours up for this stitch. The row count is just slightly off, but I'm going to be using the same colour as we used in first row. Turn, chain 1, and that secured that yarn in. So I am going to cut off my other yarn because, yeah, this stitch can end up with quite a few ends. Okay, so row 5, return, chain 1, we're going to make a single crochet in the first stitch. Just put my stitch marker up. So in the next stitch I'm going to make a single crochet in the back loop only, and then I'm going to make an embossed post. Okay, so I'm going to insert my hook into the back loop only and pull up a loop, and then I'm going to insert my hook into front loop only and pull up a loop. Then I'm going to start going down the rows, so into the unused loop, the row below, yarn over, pull up a loop, then again in the row below that, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then down into the first row. So it's the same colour as what I've used here, yarn over, pull up a loop, 6 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and you're going to do that until you've got 1 loop left on your hook, and there's your embossed post. So really stands up, it connects down the row below, and looks pretty good, I think. And that's what creates your blocks. Okay, so now I'm going to make a single crochet in the back loop only in the next 3 stitches and carry on down the row. and 3. And then we're going to make another embossed post. So insert your hook into the back loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop. Insert your hook into the front loop only. Here, we should be going that way. So from back to front, the front loop only. Then go down to the next unused loop in the row below, yarn over, pull up a loop. And then the next one down, and the next one down. 6 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, and keep going until you have 1 loop left on your hook. And you got that embossed post. So that first one, I inserted my hook wrong for that first stitch, but we'll get it right in the next one. So when going into that front loop of the stitch, you're going to go from the middle out, not from up down like we're used to doing. Okay, so in the next stitch, back loop only, make a single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Okay, and then in the next stitch, we make another embossed post. So back loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, then going from the middle out of the same stitch, working into the front loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. Then we start working down the rows. Set your hook into the unused loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. Down the next one, and into the next. 6 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, all the way until you've got 1 loop left on your hook. And there we go. And then to finish the row, you're going to make a single crochet in the back loop only of the next 2 stitches. And then in the last stitch of the row, you're going to work into both loops, but you're going to change colour back to your second colour in the last stitch of the row. So I'm going to bring away the colour back, pull through both loops, turn, chain 1 to secure it, and then I can cut off this other colour. So you can always cut off every time you change colour, because we cannot carry. Row counts just don't work out. Okay, so for rows 6, 7 and 8, we're going to be repeating rows 2, 3 and 4. So single crochet in every row. So row 6, you're going to make a single crochet in the front loop only. Row 7, make a single crochet in the back loop only. And row 8, make a single crochet in the front loop only. And then for row 9, we're going to make another set of embossed posts, but the stitch count's going to change. So they get staggered from what we did in row 5. So I'm going to go ahead and make the next 3 rows of single crochet. And I'm going to come back and show you how we make row 9. I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, so I'm at the end of row 8. And I need to change colour in the last 2 loops of my last stitch. So bring in my other colour. And turn, chain 1 to secure. And cut off the other colour, which I'll do later. So into that first stitch of row 9, going to make a single crochet. So we're going to make the embossed posts again, but we're going to make them in a different order to what we did this set. I'm going to make ours of this new row sit in between. So they're going to be opposite. So single crochet in the first stitch of the row, and then in the back loop only, we're going to make a single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. And 3. And then we're going to make an embossed post. So insert your hook into the back loop only, pull up a loop. Insert your hook into the same stitch, but the front loop only, going from top down, and pull up a loop. Okay. So then we can start going down the rows. Insert your hook into the unused stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and you'll come out into the loops that same colour as you're using now, and it's going to sit right in the middle of that previous block. Then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and keep yarning over, pulling through 2 loops until you have 1 loop left on your hook. And voila, embossed post. Then you're going to make a single crochet in the back loop only of the next 3 stitches. And then you'll make another embossed post. So into the back loop only, pull up loop, same stitch, front loop only, going from top down, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then start going down the rows into those unused loops. My loop. There we go, and then down into the row below, 6 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and keep going until you've got 1 loop left on your hook. And the embossed post. And then make a single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 3, and then 1 last embossed post for this row. So you'll keep on doing embossed posts until you've got 1 stitch left. So once I finish this post, there'll be 1 stitch left in this row, which is exactly as it should be. There we go, 6 loops on my hook, and do the yarn over, pull through 2 until there's 1 loop left on my hook. And then to finish the row, make a single crochet in both loops, and then you'll be changing colour in the last 2 loops of the row to start your next set of blocks. And that's your embossed post stitch. So to continue this stitch, you're going to be repeating rows 2 to 9 until you've got as many rows as you need. And there is your stitch guide on how to crochet the embossed block stitch. I would love to see what you make with this stitch. Please do come and show us over in our Facebook group, Froggity Frogs Ribs and Stitch. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more crochet stitches, free crochet patterns and hints and tips. And if there's any tutorial that you would like to see made for crochet, please do let me know in the comments below and your video could be made next. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time for the next video. Bye for now.